This is Tanya, Noor's mom. Today I'm going to be speaking about baby weight gain. What is normal and what's not. So before I start talking, let me discuss a very common misconception. So a lot of moms DM me asking me that our baby is not healthy, please tell something how to make them healthy. So I always ask them, what do you mean by healthy? Is your baby ill? Is he not well? So they say, no, I want my baby to be chubby, I want my baby to be fat. To which I tell them, please do not equate chubbiness with healthiness. There is no evidence to prove that the chubbier the baby, the healthy he is. As long as your baby is active and meeting milestones as he grows, he is absolutely healthy. You don't have to run after making your baby chubby or fat. In fact, chubby babies can also have a lot of issues. Like they can, have a delay in reaching certain milestones. So with us, with Noor, since she was little chubby, around the 4-month mark and so, which is why she started rolling over late, according to our pediatrician. Because chubby babies are wobbly and it's difficult for them to hold their balance. And similarly, she also started sitting later. But then she covered it up and started crawling earlier. So as you can see, every baby is different and has a unique growth pattern. And you cannot judge a baby's health by how fat or thin he or she is. So now, which is the best way to judge your baby's health? So the best way to judge your baby's health is to follow the 1-2-3 rule that all pediatricians across the world follow to track your baby's weight gain. So what is the 1-2-3 rule? 1-2-3 rule is very simple. It says that if your baby is 1 at 0 months at their birth, so when he reaches 6 months, he will double his birth weight, and when he reaches 12 months, he will triple his birth weight. So this is the 1-2-3 rule that all pediatricians use to measure and track your baby's weight growth and weight gain. And it is a very simple process based on the amount of the rate of weight gain as the baby grows. But after 12 months, this weight gain actually slows down, and say by the time your baby becomes 2 years of age, he should be 4 times the birth weight. 3 years of age, 5 times the birth weight. 5 years of age, 6 times the birth weight. And 7 years of age, 7 times the birth weight. So after 12 months, the rate of weight gain becomes slow because babies become toddlers, they become very active, and all their energy, the food that they eat, goes into all the activities. So from 0 to 1 year, 1-2-3 is to be followed. Now, pediatricians across the world, they use 2 components to track a baby's weight and growth. First is the birth weight, and basis on the birth weight, they use and plot growth charts and track your baby's growth. Now first let's talk about the birth weight. So birth weight is a very crucial component that forms the basis of all kinds of weight gain. So for an average Indian baby, the birth weight ranges from 2.5 kg to 3.5 kg. Now there are a lot of factors that go behind determining a baby's birth weight. Number 1 being genetic factors. So some parents are genetically leaner and some are genetically chubbier. So like me and my husband, we are genetically on the heavier side, which is why those genes have been passed on to Noor. So if your genes in the family are of a leaner frame, then your baby also might have the same. Second, it depends on the mother's diet during pregnancy. So if the mother did have a nutrient deficient diet, didn't have food that was rich in vitamins and minerals, then the baby can have low birth weight. And lastly, the third factor is the week in which your baby got delivered. So if your baby got delivered less than 37 weeks, then it is considered as premature. And if greater than 37 weeks, it is considered full term. So if your baby was born less than 37 weeks, he anyways is not in that 2.5 to 3.5 kg category. So now we know about birth weight and the factors that are dependent on it. So now let's look at how we can use the 1, 2, 3 using the birth weight. So say a baby is 2.5 kgs at birth. So according to the 1, 2, 3 rule, he will double his birth weight at 6 months. So 5 kgs and 7.5 kgs at 12 months. Now another baby who had a birth weight of 3 kgs. So at 6 months, he will be 6 kgs and by 1 year, he'll be 9 kgs. So now you can see that there are two different birth weights and how different their rate of weight gains are. But still both of them are considered absolutely normal. Both of their weights are absolutely normal. Both of them are equally healthy. There is no way to say that the baby who is 9 kg is more healthy than the baby who is just 7.5 kg. So the basis remain the birth weight. So stop comparing with other moms because you don't know what their baby's birth weight was. Because we keep on getting jealous that baby is so chubby, my baby is so lean. But do we know what their birth weight was? As long as your baby is following the 1, 2, 3 rule, your baby is absolutely fine and progressing very, very nicely. You must note that babies, after they are born, they lose around 7 to 10% of their birth weight in the first 7 to 10 days. But after those 10 days, the weight gain should start increasing and the graph should always remain rising. After 10 days, what should be the rate of weight gain be? So from 10 days to 3 months, the babies should be gaining around 750 to 900 grams per month. From 3 to 6 months, it is 600 to 750 grams per month. Then from 6 to 9 months, it is 450 to 600 grams per month. Then from 9 to 12 months, it is 450 grams per month. And after that, the rate gain is even slower like I just discussed. So this was all about birth weight. Now using birth weight, pediatricians across the world plot growth charts for your baby. So I'm sure all of you go for pediatric visits and you all have like a card that your doctor has given you. And these are the growth charts that I'm talking about. So these are the growth charts that doctors use to track your baby's growth. So now what are growth charts? They are basically charts that assess a baby's nutrition status. So they are issued by various health organizations across the world. CDC is for US babies, then IAP, Indian Academy of Pediatrics for Indian babies, and even WHO for Indian babies. But now majorly most hospitals in India, most doctors are using the WHO standards. So now this growth chart is different for boys and girls. Then this growth chart has even more parameters than just weight. It has 3 components. It tracks weight, height and head circumference. But in this video, I will only be speaking about the weight component of it. And lastly, the weight here is tracked in terms of percentiles. Now, how to read these growth charts? Come, I'll show you how. So this is how baby growth chart looks like. So we have age here and these are months 2, 4, 6, 8. These are weight in kgs. So since the average Indian baby is 2.5 kg minimum, that is why it is starting from 2.5 kgs. Now there are 5 lines here and these are percentile lines. So this simply means, so if your baby is on the 3 line, that means if there are 100 babies, then there are 3 babies who are under your baby, but all the rest 97 are above your baby. So what happens is, every month on your pediatric visits or vaccination visits, your pediatrician plots this chart according to your baby's weight. Say at 2 months, he was around 3, then at 4, and similarly, he keeps on plotting. So you can join these points and then this is the weight gain chart of your baby. So you don't have to worry about this so much. The simple thing, there are just two things that you need to take care of while looking at this chart. Your baby's points should be in between these two major lines, all these lines. This area under 3 is area of concern, baby is underweight, and here also baby is overweight. So all you have to look at is, number one, your baby's points are growing, increasing, and your baby doesn't fall below the number 3 percentile and above the 97th percentile. As simple as that. So in between these two lines, your baby is anywhere. Your baby is absolutely healthy, absolutely normal, growing at a great rate, and there is nothing to worry about. So this rate of weight gain, usually this chart should always be increasing. It should never dip, at least till the first year. However, there can be exceptions when your baby is either teething or your baby is ill. So that time baby might lose a little weight, but after some days he will gain back that weight. So there should never be a dip in this line. So this was all about growth charts. But if you still think they're very difficult to interpret and read, don't worry. I am going to be posting another post where I will be giving you a simplified table of the range of weight that you need to look at month-wise for your baby. So just ensure your baby lies in that range and is not below it or over it. Now I am just revising. So the factors that affect a baby's growth are birth weight, like I just explained. Second, your mom's diet, the mom's diet during pregnancy and during breastfeeding, because that affects your baby's weight gain. Then it depends on genetic factors, how your family history is, how is the build of your family, and lastly, feeds. So is your baby, if your baby is newborn, is your baby feeding around 8 to 12 times a day? And if your baby is formula fed, is your baby taking a minimum of 24 to 32 ounces of milk in a day? So all of these factors affect baby's weight gain growth. Now let us talk about some of the points that you should keep in mind. So the first point is, baby should lie between the 3rd and the 97th percentile, the range that I am going to share in another post. Second, my personal recommendation, do not check your baby's weight on a daily or weekly basis, because like I mentioned earlier, there can be chances that your baby is teething or is ill and might lose weight, and there can be chances where your baby is having a growth spurt, so suddenly you might see an increase in weight. So monthly is best, which is how also we do it when we go and visit our pediatricians. Third, formula fed babies are mostly on the heavier side. And fourth, please don't compare your baby's weight with any other baby, because just like I told you, it all depends on the birth weight. It is not in your hands. As long as you're meeting the 1 to 3 rule, you're good to go. The last thing that I have to talk about is that what happens if your baby is underweight or overweight. So below the 3rd percentile or above the 97th percentile. It is a cause of concern and you must check with your doctor, and in fact your pediatrician will himself guide you on what should the next steps be. So this was all about baby weight gain. I hope this video was helpful, and do check out the baby normal weight gain charts that I'm gonna post. So keep writing. Thank you. Bye-bye.